Welcome back to Phidius Original, episode 24. So we are starting a new campaign in the European region, and this is going to be a day one strategy guide for you. We are starting out in Spain, and the capital is Madrid. So this is going to be the day one, and the goal is going to be anti-blitz. So the buildings that you want to produce are, you want to get rally points to get your manpower up. Oh, look, there's EK. He's going to join us, even though he can't be in our coalition because he wants to be in the videos. And look, he's already saying hi. Okay, so we want to build rally points and army bases in all of our cities. The only exception is the capital. The capital has an airport, and because it has an airport, that city is going to be responsible for our air forces later on. But we're not worried about air forces on day one. Right now we want to focus on our anti-blitz strategy. So you see, I highlighted all the cities, and then I was able to build army bases all at once. So that's only going to take a minute and a half to set up the army bases. And while that's going on, I will go ahead and join the coalition. So I applied to the coalition. And now that the army bases are finishing up, I will go back in and select every city and build rally points. So Spain is a nice country. It's my first time playing there. So our application was accepted to join War Raiders, so you could see up in France. Now it's highlighted that I have a free passage, and we are also sharing intelligence. To learn about manpower, you can go back to episode 3 there. And but building the recruiting office is one way to help with your manpower. Right now we have 5.9 thousand manpower, so that helps us produce troops and maintain our army. Looks like we're out of fuel already, or don't have enough fuel to build all our recruiting stations. So for the sake of time, I am going to go ahead and add some gold and be able to get these fuel resources. Now, most people don't want to spend any money on the game, which is fine. You have the market as a resource where you could buy. You could buy fuel or trade for it with your other coalition members. So yeah, you can go on the market, or you can set up a trade on the market with one of your coalition members to get resources. So golding is not necessary, but for the sake of this video and for time, I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna highlight all the cities and build rally points. Now I'm gonna go back in and just make sure that it worked. So all of our cities are now building rally points. Awesome. So the next thing to consider is what to research. Now, Recon vehicles are a good early game, and they only take 30 minutes to research. So if I start researching these, it'll be done at the same time that my rally or recruiting stations are operable. So then I could just log back in 30 minutes later, and this will be done along with the recruiting offices. So let's go ahead and do that. And we have one more research slot. So what do we want to do? Here's what we could research for infantry. We got mechanized, motorized. We have airmobile or airborne infantry. If you go back to some of the earlier episodes I did, I really enjoyed using the airborne infantry because they are able to take over large amounts of territory quickly after your air force clears the area. But look at these National Guards, they're like getting airborne. That's pretty awesome, and they only take 30 minutes, so I'm going to go with those. So in 30 minutes we'll have basic National Guard, our Recon, and our recruiting offices completed.
A few moments later.
Alright, so here's part 2. So with 30 minutes later, we got everything ready to go. So now, since our goal is not to get bum rushed, because every nation starts off with a small army, and if they get a hairball and want to send all their troops at you, it could spell disaster. So what I want to do is start building. First, I will build National Guards in every city, just to beef up my defense, and that'll give me stability as I prepare for what I really want to do in the game. And that's as Spain, I'm going to be sort of a Spanish Armada and focus on Navy. But we're going to talk about my mid-game strategy a little bit more in the next episode. But I'll highlight all of the cities. And so now that we have army bases and recruiting offices, next we want to focus on our resources. So I will build industrial, arms industry. Arms industry will help boost my resource production. And typically over the first week you do want to focus on your arms industries in your cities, because the sooner you start producing more resources, the better it is over time. It'll compound. So now I got arms industries in each city, and my research slots are open. So right now I'm just looking to see what else I should research. So on day 1, all I got is for Navy is these patrol boats, and it looks like they only do 2 damage, and those are pretty weak. They're also kind of new to the game. I've never used those before, so I do think it's kind of a cool thing, but basically they're only effective against troop transports. Nice. So we'll take a look at the players in our coalition there. I'm going to have more details for the players coming up soon. But right now we're looking at the research. So naval, just got Coast Guard and the patrol boats, so I'm not interested in doing that yet. But I do want to start building up my shipyards. Let's see what else we got. In support, I got towed artillery. Now these pair really good with any type of infantry, and later on in the game, after the first week, around the probably day 8 or so, you can helicopter those around so they can transport to where action is quickly, and that would be good for helping out an ally or responding to somebody trying to invade your coast So I do like the towed artillery, and we also got the anti-air, which is effective against helicopters. Let's take a look at officers. So we got the renowned skipper. I'll go for him later, but I definitely like to have a seasoned veteran, but he does require infantry. So I wasn't really planning on researching infantry because, but I do want the officer, so I'm gonna go ahead and research infantry, and that'll only take a minute. And then after that, I can start doing my veteran officer. So that's pretty cool. So I'll get the basic infantry. What else? Let's see, the officer. Also the pilot one is available on day 1. And okay, so yeah, I decided to go with the towed artillery, and that's gonna take a full day. So that now that slot is wrapped up. With the towed artillery, and I'll have the basic infantry here in another 30 seconds. So nice. And then I think so my Recon is ready. I can start producing those today, and that'll definitely help against somebody trying to blitzkrieg through with their infantry. Nice. So basic infantry is done. Nice. And let's see, what else could I do? Any other options? So I do like Recon, infantry, and towed artillery as a stack. Helicopters are not going to be available till day 2, which is only a few hours away now because that's at the end of day 1. So I could come back tomorrow and start to do helicopters, and that's definitely would end any early game threats. But I'm going to go with the seasoned veteran because he's solid all around, good to have. And that's going to do it for this episode. So thanks for watching.